Hello students, welcome to JCE Connect. So today we will solve one more map, geological map 4. Okay. So here you can see there are again beds, contour lines, and there is one more line which is represented as FF on the map. So this is FF represents the fault. So what is a fault? See here, fault you have learned. So fault, whenever there is a displacement of the beds, suppose there are beds which are deposited one above the other, and because of the tectonic forces or any earthquake which happens, so that is because of the faulting. So whenever these rocks are subjected to unequal stresses, then they will result into faulting. So along a line, okay, these beds they get displaced. So this block will move up, okay, and this block will move down. So this displacement is called as the fault. Along a line, the beds are displaced on either side of the fault line. So this is called as the fault plane. Okay. So this is called as the faulting. So here in this map you can see the beds are repeated, A, B, C and D. Same beds you can find on the either side of the fault. That means what? There is a displacement which is observed here in this area. Now similar way we are going to solve this map. First we will we will draw the strike lines on this map. So this is the north direction. Okay. So here how to draw strike line is same bed, okay, same bedding plane cut by the same contour at two different points. So such 2 points we will mark first, all the intersections, right? Then we have to draw a line, okay, which is passing all these points in a line. So these are all the points which are showing the same bed, same bedding plane cut by same contour at 2 points. Okay. So we will draw these lines first. They are called as the strike lines. Okay. So first, if you want to join these points, you have to draw a line like this. But here there are only 2 points. Then here we will get 4 points. Here also we are getting 4 points. So any line where the intersections are maximum, we can draw it as a reference line. So this line I will draw, which is passing exactly from all the points. So this is the strike line. Okay. Then remaining lines, wherever there are intersections, we will draw the parallel lines. Okay. So to draw parallel lines, what we will do is we will keep one set square on this line. Then take one more set square and fix it here. Now just you have to move this, okay, and draw the lines. So here parallel to this line you adjust the set square, then just move this, and wherever there are intersections you draw the lines. Okay. Then we'll move up. Okay. So here again I will make it parallel and draw the remaining all the lines parallel to the strike line. On either side of the fault we will draw the strike lines wherever there are same bed, same contour intersections present. Yes, so this is the first step we have drawn all the strike lines. Now what is the direction of this line? The strike line, okay, you can see the direction of with respect to north, south, east, west. Okay, so these lines are parallel to your east, west direction. So directly we will write the strike direction. No need to measure any angle because they are exactly parallel to the east, west. So in attitude of beds, first we will write the strike direction. So the strike direction is east, west. So we will write it as east, west. Then next we'll find out the true dip direction and apparent dip direction. So how to find the dip direction? To find dip direction, we will take any one bedding plane, okay, and which is cut by the two different contours. So if I take this bedding plane, what is the contour value intersection at this point? The 400 contour is intersecting. So I'll write 400 at this point. Same bedding plane if you follow, next contour intersection is 500. So we'll write 500 for this line. So always the dip is from higher value to lower value. So here you have to show this dip direction like this with the help of an arrow. On this side of the fault also we will find out the dip direction. I'll take some other bed. Okay, so this bedding plane I will take. What is the value at this point? Here it is 500. Can you see? This is a 500 contour which is intersecting at this point. So here I'll write it as 500 for this point. Then same bedding plane, next contour is intersecting at the 600 value, right? 600 contour. So I'll write it as 600. So what is the dip direction? From higher to lower. So from 600 to 500. So this is the dip direction of the bed. So this arrow is pointing to your north direction. So we will write the true dip direction as due north. Okay. Then this arrow is pointing to our x and y is given here, right? So these arrows are pointing to x. So we will write the apparent dip direction as due x. Then how to find the amount? So to find amount, we can take any number of lines which are equal. So you can take these two lines also, or you can take all the lines. Okay. So here we'll take two lines. See here, the distance between these two lines is 5.4, right? 5.4 divided by number of divisions, that is 2. 5.4 divided by 2. So the answer is 2.7. Or you can check with the all lines. So from the first line to the last line, the distance is 14. Okay, 14 divided by 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the strike interval, this one. Okay, so 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So there are 5 intervals. So if you can do this also, you will get same answer, that is 14 divided by 5. So 14 divided by 5 is 2.8. So the answer is same. So we will write it as the true dip amount, okay, SI by CI into scale. So this is the formula. So CI, that is contour interval, you can see it is 600, 700. So difference is 100. So this 100 cancel. Your answer is directly what you are getting by dividing the number of lines divided by the distance divided by number of divisions. So here we are getting it as 2.7. 8. So this is the true depth amount. Okay, then to find the apparent depth amount, okay, we have to join these xy line. Okay, so I'll join these xy points. So this is my xy line. I have joined y and the x point. So to find the apparent depth amount, we have to measure the distance along the xy line between all the strike lines. What is the distance? So from here 0 to it is 14.6. okay, 14.6 divided by number of divisions, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so here 14.6 divided by 5, so the answer is 2.9. so I'll write it, the apparent depth amount is 1:2.9. so to draw, we will take these two. Okay, du x is the slope and amount we are going to take is 2.9. okay, so this is the attitude of beds. Now next we will draw the section along xy. So how to draw the section along xy? So we are going to mark all the contours and the beds here on this. Okay, whatever is coming on the xy line. So first we will mark x, okay, and y point exactly. Okay, then the contour 800 is intersecting here, so we will take 800 at x. Then the next contour, don't mark these strike lines, only contours and the bedding planes we are going to mark here. So here this contour is 700 which is intersecting at this point. Then there is a bedding plane DC. Okay, then there is a contour of 600. Then there is a bedding plane that is CB. Then again there is a bed which is BA. Then there is a contour, okay, which is 500. Then there is a fault. You can see this line is the fault line. So that also we are going to mark it. Okay, at this point the fault is intersecting to the XY line. Then next along the XY line there is a bed which is DC. Then there is a contour of 400. Then there is a bed, okay, which is CB. Then again the contour of 300. Then there is a bed, okay, that is BA. And the last one, okay, on Y the same contour 300 is intersecting. So on Y we will measure the distance as 300. So we will transfer all these points on the XY line. So here I have drawn a line. Okay, on this line we are going to transfer all these points we have marked along the XY line. So this is X. Then all the points we will mark it here again. Okay, so here this is X and this is Y. Okay, then here it is 700. Then bed DC. Then 600. Then CB. Okay, same I am transferring again, that is BA. Then there is a contour of 500. Then there is a fault. Okay, then this bed is DC. Then 400. C and B bed. Then 300. Then there is a bedding plane which is BA. Okay, so all these points we have transferred again. Then the scale given here on the map is, you can see scale is 1 centimeter equal to 100 meters. So I'll write the scale here. Scale 1 centimeter equal to 100 meter, means 1 centimeter on the paper is 100 meter on the ground. So first what we will do, we will plot all the values here, that is contours. So here it is 700 contour, so we will measure 7 centimeter, just keep a dot. Then next contour is 600, so 6 centimeter. Then next is 500, 5 centimeters, 400, 300, and on Y also the contour 300 is intersecting, so on Y we will mark 300, okay, and on X the contour 800 is intersecting, so on X we will draw 8 centimeter line, okay. Then what next we have to do is join all these points with a smooth curve, okay, join all these points with a smooth curve. Yes, so this is the profile. You can see there is a slope which is very gentle slope, okay. Then next what we have to do is we have to transfer all the beds at the top, okay. So here we will transfer all the beds at the top. The first one is DC, so I'll draw a small line there, okay. Then this is CB, okay. Then there is a bed BA, okay. Then this fault also we are going to mark by a straight line, okay. Then the bed DC, CB, and the last one is BA, okay. So we have marked all these beds. Now as there is a fault, okay, so on either side of the fault we are going to draw the beds. So how to draw these beds? To draw beds we have to use the attitude of beds. So here the attitude of beds what we have calculated is due x, that is the dip, and amount is 1:2.9. So on x, okay, what we will do is 1 centimeter down, okay, and 2.9 centimeter on the xy line, 2.9 centimeter on the xy line we will measure, and these 2 points we will join, so that shows the slope, okay. Parallel to this we have to draw all these beds. So I'll take set square, okay, keep it on this slope, okay. Then take the one more set square, keep it 90 degree, okay. Then we are going to draw these beds now. So just move this, okay, and draw the beds. So here I'll draw the first bed, okay. Again I'll set this set square, okay. Then just move this and draw the bed, then the one more bed, okay. So like this we are going to draw all the beds on either side of the fault, okay. Same slope, okay, same dip direction, same interval. So we are going to use the same, because the beds are same, only they have displaced. So we are going to draw these points again on either side of the fault with the help of same slope we are going to draw. Yes. So this bed I'll draw now. Up to fault we have to stop, because these are faulted, they are displaced, so you should not continue on either side. So like this we are going to draw all the 3 beds. Now the very important is here, point is fault. Okay, so this bed is DC, right? So this is the topmost is D, then this is C, then this is B, and this is A bed. Okay, similarly this side also, this is DC bed, so this is D, C, B and A. So you can see the repetition of the beds. So this shows the faulting. So here there is a fault line. So which side has gone down and which side is moving up, you can easily make out. These beds are moved up and these beds have moved down. So we will show this, okay, with the diagram, simple diagram. So this block, this side block has gone down, okay, and this side block has gone up. So this is nothing but the fault. Okay, so this FF represents the fault. Okay, so this displacement by which the beds have gone down and up, okay, so by how much amount these beds have displaced, that also we have to find out. So to find that, okay, simple way is you can find it on the map also. I'll tell you both the ways. Okay, so here I'll take one common bedding plane on either side of the fault. Okay, so I'll take this CB, okay, which is here. Then this side of the fault, the CB bedding plane is here. So what I'll do, I'll extend this, okay, CB bed and up to the fault. Okay, so to know by how much distance the faulting has taken place, this we are going to find out here. So if you measure this distance to this distance, you will get the distance. So here it is showing the distance is almost 520 or 530. So here the displacement we have to show, that is called as the down throw. Okay, down throw, DT stands for down throw. So down throw is around 500 meters. Okay, so on the map, how to find the down throw? So here there is a map. Okay, so what we will do is, we will select the same intersection on either side of the fault. So like for example, here it is DC intersection, okay, D and C bed intersection. On this side of the fault, where is DC intersection? You can see here, this is the DC intersection. Okay, so these 2 points we have selected now. Okay, now what we have to do is, we have to go along the dip direction. So here, what is the value at this point? This point value is 500, right? You can see here, at this point the value of this line is 500. Now when you go towards dip, the value of the slope or the contour should go on decreasing. Okay, so up to this point we have to go. So here it is 500, then next line should be 400, then next line should be 300, next should be 200. Okay, right? What we did is, we moved from this point to this point. So because we are going along the slope, along the dip direction, we are decreasing the values. So here it is 500, next will be 4, next line value will be 300, next right line value will be 200. But at this point, what contour is intersecting? It is 700 contour is intersecting. So here 7 minus 2, that is 700 minus 200, that is nothing but the 500. So this is the down throw, that is called as dt, that is nothing but the distance, okay, by how much distance the beds have moved, that is called as the displacement. So here the displacement or the down throw amount is 500 meters. Okay, now we will write the index, okay, that is beds and thickness. So here it is a single series of beds, there are no two series of beds because same beds have displaced here. So we will write in index only once all the beds. So if you see here, the which bed is younger and older, the topmost is the younger and the bottommost is the older bed. So here D is the younger and A is the older bed. Okay, now but younger to all these beds there is a fault, because after these beds have formed, these beds have undergone displacement, okay, or faulting. So because of this reason the fault is younger. So in index we will show the fault as younger. So we will draw first the same small diagram, okay. So this shows this block has gone down and this block has gone up. So this is the fault, okay, and the down throw is 500 meters, okay. Then we will write the beds. So here the younger bed is D, that is at the top, and the older bed C, B and A. So here D is younger and A is the older bed. Then thickness we can directly measure and write here. The C bed is around 202 centimeter and here it is 100, okay. So C is 200 and B is 100 meters. So this is how we are going to draw the fault map, okay. So this fault is a vertical fault, okay. So when it is called as a vertical fault, when the fault plane, okay, the fault plane is vertical, okay, then it is called as the vertical fault. So this is the vertical fault wherein the fault plane is vertical. So here for this there is no hanging wall and foot wall. Though the beds are inclined, the fault plane is vertical. So this type of fault is called as the vertical fault. So this is the geological map for section along XY and the title of the map is vertical fault. So same way we are going to write the topography, geology and geological history for this map also. So in topography what we will write is about the contours, about the slope, okay. So this area represents a valley, you can see there is a valley, right, and here on by seeing the map also you can say the V-shaped contours, okay. The lowest value is at the center and the values are increasing away from center, that represents the valley. So here we will write the topography as the area represents a valley, okay. Then the maximum elevation is 900 meters and the minimum elevation is 300 meters and the slope is uniform and gentle because the spacing of the contours is almost same. So this represents the slope is uniform and gentle. Then in geology of the area we will write about the beds. So this area represents a single conformable inclined series of beds A, B, C, D, okay, of which D is younger bed and A is the older bed, okay. and the order of superposition and the attitude of beds is given below. So we will write this attitude of beds and the order of superposition here in once again in the geology of the area. Then here you will add one more point, that is the structural geology. So this we are going to write about the fault. So structural geology means about the fault. We are going to add one more point. Okay, so before the geological history we will write this. So this area, okay, is disturbed by a major faulting activity. Okay, then this fault is classified as a vertical fault, and the down throw amount is what? Down throw amount is 500 meters. Down throw amount is 500 meters. So this is we have to write in structural geology. Then next is geological history. So during sedimentation, the bed A was deposited first by various geological agencies. Okay, then above which the bed B, C and D were deposited one above the other successively. Then due to tectonic activity, all these beds were uplifted, then exposed and eroded, and after erosion there was a faulting activity, and now they are showing the present geological features. So this completes the map number 4, which shows the vertical fault.